going to be talking about today is Nirvana's album Nevermind, and the album cover of this 1991 breakout album. This is Nirvana's first album released on a major label, and the first with their drummer, and their second album released entirely. So what this album cover shows is a 4-month-old baby underwater, and the baby is nude, and it has a $1 bill in front of it, and it has a hook with a fishing line going through it, like the dollar is a bait, So for this album cover, Nirvana got a lot of backlash, obviously because it shows a new baby, and the baby, whose name is Spencer Elton, in 2021, when he was 30, filed a lawsuit against them. So obviously there's a lot of backlash, but despite all this, even today, is still a iconic and influential album cover for us today. Obviously, this is me talking about it 35 years later. So what the band want to show in this album cover is the baby. When they want to show it as a newborn, they want to show it as a newborn baby. Like the idea of like water birth. There'll be like some instances of like where a mother wants to have water birth. So it wants to show the baby still underwater and just being born, and it wants to show how it's already reaching for the money, and how the money is bait. And it wants to depict, the greed and lust that that we have for money, and will show the innocence be taken away by capitalism right away, right at birth. In today's society, like how everyone wants this money. And it wants to show how it's a trap, like people get hooked into the chase and the grind for the money and this material wealth. And I think what it's trying to persuade and show the audience and the reader and the viewer is that there's other wealth to chase besides money and, just pieces of paper. And there's more to life besides that. I think we as humans weren't meant to chase money and just this material wealth. And there's more to life. There's a whole world to see. And I think that's what Nirvana is trying to do through this, is to show that, everybody's just getting trapped in the cycle and the greed and just the chase and hook and the chase for this money and the wealth. And there's so much more to life than this. So 35 years later, it's still teaching and showing the viewer about just society and the problems with it, and show us how it would be better and what we need to fix. And it's still an iconic and influential album cover, and it's still talked about today.